Hey guys, so today I'm going to go through a beginner's method of how to solve the Rubik's Cube. I know this is a bit of a different video, but I want to try out new things. So this time, it's not going to be like one of those crappy online tutorials. I'm going to go in depth about how to do it, so that you can actually understand, and it's not just like white cross, do the corners, all that. So that it doesn't just bombard you with information that you don't understand. And I'm upside down again. Cool. I love when I'm upside down. Okay. So basically, I might not finish this entire video, but I'm gonna try to go as much as I can. So the first step to solving one is grab a already solved or scrambled cube and just scramble it. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing, so yeah. By the way, this is just a beginner's method. This isn't for like people who want to learn how to become a pro. This is just starting off, just plain simple. If you want any other method, there's other stuff online. But right now, I'm just gonna do the beginner's method, and if you want more, then, I mean, sure, whatever you guys want, I'll do. Unless it's some stuff that requires stuff. So, now that the cube is fully scrambled, you'll want to find the white center. Now, this may already have something connecting off of the white center, but right now, what you'll want is just the white center. So, it doesn't matter if you have one of these. I do, but let's imagine that's never happened. Let's imagine that this is what my white face looks like. So, right now, you can pick any side that is adjacent to the white side. So green, orange, yellow, not yellow. So green, orange, blue, or red. So those are the sides you could pick from. So I'm gonna pick green. You don't have to pick green, but you could pick green if you want. Give me a second. So you'll want to find the green and white edge, which is right here, luckily. So now you want to get the white side of that connecting to the white center. So for this, you just need, for this situation, you just need to turn it and then turn it again up. So now that we have this, and oh, we also solved this, but that means that we need to put either this in a different place, which we won't because the blue center is already here, or this in a different place. Let's put this in a different place instead. So let's put this here so that now it's away from the white. Now we put it back, and then we think, what could move this to a place that we need so that in a few turns we could just get it back. So we can put it here, but then that makes it so that the white side doesn't have that. So what you'll want to do is just find a place where it will fit, or you could connect it up to the green and then put it like that. So now that we have the first two sides, you'll want to do this for the other two. So I'm going to quickly do this. So not only do you want a white cross, you also want the corners lined up. I mean, not the corners, the centers of the other sides. And then just put them right here. So now that you've got the white cross all solved, you'll want to solve the white corners next. But from this point on, the white stays at your bottom. So that's the thing. So let's say you have no corners solved. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to find a corner on the top layer that has that is on this So if it's on the top, then you don't want it. We'll go into how to do that and get it back later. But for now, let's focus on this. So let's solve one white corner. So you see how the adjacent side to this is blue and the top is orange? So we'll want to get this on top of the blue. So that, okay, wait a minute, no. So look how this blue is here on the top, and then there's a white here. We want that. So now what you'll want to do is this. You'll want to turn it up so that there's this on the blue side, and then the white, and then that corner is orange. You'll want to put it so that it lines up, and then put it back down so that it lines up with this. So now you have orange and blue. So now that that corner is solved, let's go into depth of how to do these. These are a little bit trickier. Now you'll want to do the same thing, except you'll want to get these on top of an unsolved corner. So if this is here, then follow that same line, and oh, there's a white corner already. Then you'll want to do the same thing we did earlier, except twice. So now this is what your cube looks like. So now you'll want to put these two pieces down onto the white face. So now it's back in place. And this is here. So now you'll want to do the same thing for that as we did with the other corner. And now let's go into depth of how to do this. If a white corner is like this, then you'll want to do a set of moves called, well, I don't know what it's called, but I'm calling it the back side. Why? Because you put it back and then do that. So basically, all you have to do is, okay, this is your point of view, but I'll show you my point of view. This is my point of view, the red side. So, back, and then up, so that it's above. And then you'll want to put it back again. So now, this is here. So now just do the same thing. And yeah, those are the three possible things. So now what do you want to do? Now that you have this side, this face all done, and then the first layer, you'll want to do the edges since the centers are already lined up. So how to do the edges is you find an edge that doesn't have yellow on it on the top layer, let's say blue and orange here, and then you'll want to get this bottom side, the one that you see when you hold the cube. So not the color that's on the top. You'll want to get it so that that is on top of this. So you see how it's a T, an upside down T? You want that. So now you put it away from orange. So if blue is here and then orange is here, then we need to put it away from orange so that it's away from blue and orange. Now what you'll want to do is go to blue, and then you see how orange is here? That means that you'll want to pick up orange so that there's this on orange, and then the orange is like this. And then you'll want to put this corner out of place. Yes, I know that sounds crazy. We're going the same direction that the other edge was. So let's find the orange and blue edge. Oh, it's right here. So that means if it's facing here, we push it back to that direction where it was. And then we put it down. And then we solve that white corner. And then voila! This is done. So now do the same thing for every edge, but wait a minute. I see something. The orange and green edge is holding this. Another edge that doesn't have yellow on it. What are we ever gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do this. So basically, if it's a thing that's different from green and orange, then you'll want to find the green and orange thing. Or if it's a different edge. So you'll want to find that edge that replaces it. And if it's the same, and if that's there, or locked up in another one, then you'll want to find an edge that does have yellow on the top, and then do the same thing as you would for this edge. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that when you do need to do that. But right now, I'm just going to do what I showed you earlier. So do this on orange, away from green, and then pick up green, and then solve that white corner. So, okay, let's say this is blue and red. So let's say right here is blue and red, but opposite. So this is blue and this is red. So, what you'll want to do is you'll want to do the same thing as you would for the blue and red, except pretend that one of the edges that is yellow, you want to pretend that's that edge. So let's pretend that it's blue and red. So on blue, away from red, pick up red, do that, and then, oh, now it's here, and it's away. So what we'll do is solve that. And voila, it's here. And that is how to do the edges. And now we get into one of the parts where you'll need an algorithm. So let's say you have the line. Okay, I'm not going to go into depth of how the notations work, but what you'll want to do is look up what the notations mean and everything, because those online websites actually go in depth too, and they show you what it means and stuff. So what you want to do is F, R, U, R prime, up prime, front prime. So I'm going to do that right now. So, So let's say you have now the yellow cross. So, yeah. And then, oh, I forgot to mention. There's also two other combinations that you could have. It's one where it's almost a white cross, but almost a yellow cross, sorry. But, okay, so basically it looks like this, and you need this and this to finish the yellow cross. So if it's like this, then do this algorithm. Little f, r, u, r prime, up prime, little f prime. So the little f matters, by the way. It means that you'll want to do, instead of doing f, do it both layers.
R, everything good?
Ignore that. Just ignore that. So let's say you have this cross. Let's say you have the yellow cross now. So now what you need to do is do this algorithm. R, U, R, U, R, up, right. So now let's say you have this. Oh, but what do you do now? So you'll want to put this on your right. So you'll want to put those two filled in on your right. And if you have something that looks like a fish, so, okay, let's pretend this is a fish. So you'll want it like this, where it's on your bottom left corner. So it looks like this, the cross, and then one corner filled in. So you'll want this on your bottom left. So now, you do that same algorithm twice. So do it the first time, and then once the fish is on your bottom left corner again, do the same algorithm. So what if you have this though? Then what you want to do is just do the algorithm repeatedly until you have the fish. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, now I have the fish. Now I'm going to go in depth of what you do about the fish. R, U, R, U, R, up, up, right. So, and then do that again. And now, let's say, okay, I accidentally skipped a step and these edges are all aligned. But pretend that didn't happen. Pretend everything was wrong and these corners weren't aligned. Pretend that happened. Now, what you want to do is if you have one of these, which are called headlights, then you'll want to do this. You'll want to put it on your left. That might be your right or whatever. Just put it on your left. And then do this algorithm. R-U-R F prime R, no. Wait a minute. R prime, no. R, up, R prime, front prime, R, up, right, prime, front prime, no. Give me a second. R, U, R prime, front prime, R, U, R prime, up prime, R prime, F. I can't remember. No. Yeah. Where you are. Give me a second. No. I'll go into depth of that later. So for now, let's just say you have this instead. So what you want to do is an algorithm called the Allen. So what you want to do is R2, up, right prime, up prime, right prime, up prime, right prime, up prime, right, up, right. And now you should have them rotated. Wait, no, not that algorithm, sorry. R2, up, right, prime, no, I'm forgetting. R2, up, right prime, up prime, right prime, up prime, right prime, up, right. So now you should have one of them solved, or them rotated. So you want to do this until you have one of them solved or the cube solved. Now, what you want to do is once you have one of them solved, if you don't have the cube solved and you have one of them solved, then you want to put that on your back. So right now it's on my back and your front. So then you'll want to do that algorithm again. And then if you do it a few times, you'll have the cube solved. Now, let's go in depth of what happened earlier. I accidentally skipped a step, but now I'll show you the step I skipped. Give me a second. I might just cut this out. Actually, do I know how to cut this out? I don't know how to cut this out. So you're gonna have to watch me suffer. Yay. Sadness. So, like I said, do everything you did, all the things I taught you, yeah, and give me a second, give me a hot second. Okay. I'm quickly getting back to a stage in which I can show you guys this step, so it'll all be worth it in the end. great. No, it happened again. What are the chances this happens again? You guys are literally missing one step. And I can't seem to get into a state where I can show you that one step. This is a behind the scenes of YouTube making. They usually don't show you this. And now I'm showing you this because I don't know how to cut stuff out. The doom chain. Or edit. And that's why I made that sound effect from vocals. Man, there's a lot here. No, that's not right. Trust me, guys, it'll all be worth it in the end. I swear. And I'm so sorry that you have to watch me. You can skip ahead of this. Just to do that, just skip ahead and then watch me talk. If I'm talking about this, then just fast forward again. And then once I get to that step, you'll know. So, yeah. No. Okay, finally. So let's say you have this where one of the headlights is solved. So if you don't, then you'll want to do, okay. If you do, then you'll want to put it at your left. If you don't, then don't do anything and do this algorithm. RUR, front prime, RUR, up prime, R prime, F, R2, up prime, R, and that's it. And then you should have all the headlights solved, if you have it on your left. But if not, then you should have one and put it on your left and then do the headlights algorithm. And then do the algorithm like I said earlier. And you should be good to go. And that is how to solve a Rubik's Cube. I'm sorry this video took so long.